Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my weekly overview report for April the 3rd. Yes, we're just about to enter the second quarter of the year. So there's no time to waste. It's time just to get going with our priorities. All right. All right, let's have a look. So April is certainly going to be a very interesting month because there's so much going on. Mercury, the planet of communication, education, and creativity, is very much highlighted this week. And has been sitting in the sign of Aries. And I love Mercury in Aries because it really just gets a vibratory energy, sort of sharp and quick thinking, and, amazing insights and flashes of insights can just come through. But on the 3rd of April, Mercury is going to leave Aries and go into the next sign, which of course is Taurus. And in Taurus is more of a planning energy and likes to methodically work through a project and likes to use systems and get like solid foundations put down. So all good stuff too. So in this, Taurus likes to be organized and likes to put action steps down, and, step by step, they'll move forward to make progress. So to come from the Aries where all those brainstorms come and ideas, and then to be in Taurus, sort of putting it together, then that's sort of a perfect natural transition, of course, but perfect transition as well. Now, later in the month, on the 21st, Mercury will go retrograde. So just heads up, okay? And this is going to be directly after the solar eclipse. So Mercury is going to be retrograde in between the two eclipses. The first one, being on the I think it's the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, so it's a very, very powerful month in this, right here, just like it's like we're heating up at the first of the month. And then, but by the time the month sort of gets going, we've got this momentum going through. So you want to use this week and next week and half the following week before Mercury gets into that retrograde transit, just to get things organized, and more importantly, to initiate them much as possible. Okay, so Mercury retrograde is really great just to get things done, think it through. As John Assaraf would say, because if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that he's my coach, and he'll say, like, there's times when we're getting ready to do business, getting ready to make money, and there's times when we're making money. So, the first part of April, first 2.5 weeks, are going to be times where we can, initiate and put action, steps, and just push forward to actually get things done and initiate them, and, and making money. Mercury retrograde is a great time to getting ready to make money, okay? Because it's a great time to get everything organized, do your research, get the planning. I'm launching a course at the moment, a relationship course, working with my partner, Kat, and we're going to try to launch it before Mercury retrograde. But if we don't, well, guess what? There's going to be a perfect time just to do all that legwork, get everything sort of uploaded. So, just heads up, if you've got some things sort of happening, you want to sort of get a push before the retrograde if you're wanting to launch. Can you launch something in Mercury retrograde? Sure. As I say, life doesn't always wait for Mercury to come out of retrograde, okay? You just need to be a little bit more careful with your detail, just being a little bit more detailed. And certainly if you've started something before the retrograde, then it has a different vibration than if you started in the retrograde, okay? So I hope that makes sense. All right, so moving on. At the same time, Mercury will also challenge, and when I say at the same time, this next week, coming up, so around the 3rd, and so the week starts on the 3rd. So Mercury is going to challenge planet Pluto in what's called an astral square aspect. Now, traditionally, a square is a challenging aspect, okay? And it is in this case too. However, it can help us just speak from our hearts, just to tell the truth, like your truth, what's true for you, not what you think someone else should be doing. Always keep it in, to yourself. This is true for me. So rather than being like a people pleaser or trying to tiptoe around issues that perhaps need to come out and be aired once and for all. So if the opportunity comes up, don't hold back. But of course, diplomacy is a great thing. So and you're the only person who knows how best to approach someone if it is a little bit of an awkward situation. All right, there's a lot going on with Mercury right now, and a couple of days later it's going to another sextile with planet Saturn. Okay, so the sextile formation is, simply put, it opens up opportunities and possibilities. Okay, infinite possibilities, as Deepak Chopra would say. Love that. And now that cautious Saturn is in the sign of Pisces, the energy is more balanced with the inspirational energy. Okay, so yes, they are opposite energies, but together they sort of balance each other out and work together. So, and as Mercury is now in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, this sort of opens the cosmic waves up for romance, and not just any romance, not just a fling romance, but romance that can lead to a permanent love affair, all right, or make love more permanent, or iron out any sort of little glitches or trouble in paradise, all right. Now, later in the week, on the 5th or the 6th, depending on where you are in the world, the full moon this month is going to be in Libra. Depends on what side of the world you come from. And this also indicates that romance and love is on the radar, because guess what? Libra is also ruled by Venus, okay? So the full moon means that the moon is in Libra and the sun is opposite at the same degree, and the opposite to Libra is Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So you've got, and Aries is a very passionate sign. Libra is romantic. So you've got that sort of Mars, Venus sort of opposition there, which sort of connects, and it's a trigger point, okay? So it's a perfect balance for love and relationships. So the week concludes with 2 more sextile planetary interactions. These are fabulous. They're my favorite, providing all sorts of opportunities and possibilities. So you want to keep an open mind, because sometimes things can just sort of come out of the blue. So you want to be ready. Okay, so the first one is Venus will interact with Neptune, and Neptune is a very fanciful, romantic, go with the flow sort of energy. And, if you think of water, it's sort of like it flows, okay? So this is another recipe for romance. And over the weekend, Mercury and Mars will be the other sextile, and that's going to focus your attention more on home and family values. So don't be surprised if it's time to have that well-needed discussion with someone close that perhaps you've been avoiding, probably with a family member or someone who's like a family member. So once again, when that door opens, the opportunity presents itself. You want to get in and say how you feel, have the discussion, keep it personal to you, how you feel, not pointing the finger of blame of what someone else done. If it is a result of what someone else has done, then it's like, when you do that, I feel like this, so keep it to you. That's like I believe one of the recipes for effective communication. All right, so let's see, and to finish off, okay, so Mercury really is the star of the week. Cosmic doors open to express yourself in ways that you hadn't even imagined, or conversations that, afterwards you can say, I'm so glad we made the time to talk that through. I feel so much better now, okay? And this could be your chance to show others and perhaps even the world at large who you are and what you can do. Okay, so take advantage of this planetary energy and be prepared to just step out of your comfort zone, to be seen by those who can just help to move you in the right direction. You never know who knows who, do you? You know? Okay, so I hope you have a fabulous week. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love it if you could subscribe, share, and lots more coming up. I'm going to be covering Pluto in Aquarius this week as well, so watch out for that. Very interesting 20-year sort of move, okay? All right, so love and blessings. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.